Hey everybody, I'm here today to tell you the secret to passing your driving test. If you want to get your license and you want to pass your driving test, I'm going to be outlining the one thing that is the most important thing, the one secret to successfully passing your driving test and getting your license. You need to do this one thing if you want to get your license. So let's get right to it. Enough beating around the bush. The secret is to practice, practice, practice. Now let me fully explain myself. You can study as much as you want. You can read the road signs as much as you want. You can learn as much theory as you want. But when you want to actually pass your driving test, guess what? You're going to get behind the wheel and you're going to have to drive a car. And in order to do that properly, you can have all of the knowledge in the world. But in order to do that successfully and to have an extremely likely chance to actually pass your driving test, you need to practice. So that means practicing like no tomorrow. The more that you can practice driving, the better off that you'll be. Now, don't get me wrong, studying is important. Knowing the road rules is important. Knowing the road signs is important. But one of the best ways to get to know the road rules, the road signs, and all of this stuff that's involved with driving, one of the best ways to get to know that stuff is to actually drive. Experience is the best teacher that there is. So with that being said, if you have your test sometime next week, maybe you have your test tomorrow and you're watching this video, the best thing that you can do is practice. So that means get behind the wheel, get behind the wheel and practice as much as you can. Now, let's say your test is tomorrow, it's 11 p.m. tonight, and you simply cannot go out to drive tonight. What you want to do is make sure that you are imagining yourself driving. So practicing behind the wheel, practice, 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 practice is the best thing. The second best thing though is imagining practice. So what you can do is imagine yourself driving. Literally close your eyes, get behind the wheel, start the car. You're imagining this. Start the car. Reverse out of your driveway, put it in drive, go, drive forward. Imagine situations. You approach a stop sign. You're driving on a main road. You're getting onto the highway. You're getting off of the highway. Imagine some emergency situations. How would you react if there's an emergency vehicle behind you? If you're in the middle of an intersection, going through the intersection, and then you see the emergency vehicle, what do you do? So practice is the best thing, but if you can't practice in the car right now, or whatever the situation is, you can always practice in your mind. So with that being said, literally, the best thing that you can do is practice. If you have to take your driving test, you want to stand the best chance at passing your driving test and getting your license. You can study as much as you want, and that's great, but you need to practice. If you study and you don't practice, it's not going to work. If you practice and you don't study, you might still get your license. If you do both, you'll stand the best chance. But the one thing that you cannot do without is practice. I promise you that. So with that being said, figure out a way to get behind the wheel and practice driving as much as possible. The best thing that you can do. The secret to getting your license and passing your driving test. And that's basically it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Remember, practice. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.